Hey everybody, it's Ryan.
And it's Caden.
And welcome back to First Do No Harm. So this week we wanted to share a video with you guys on a week in the life of married med school students, and that didn't really happen this week. It's Wednesday right now, and this week just kind of got crazy from the get-go. So Monday was our first day back to school, and go ahead.
And just now we had a quiz today, so 2 days in.
Yeah, so Monday we had some lectures on like embryology lectures of the heart and lungs. We're in the heart course right now, so we had embryology of the heart and lungs Monday, and then today we had the quiz on all of that. So it was embryology of the heart and lungs and congenital defects and how it relates to the embryology.
And then we had some review from some stuff last year.
Yeah, so we had a review today on cardiac physiology.
That wasn't too bad, and the quiz went well, so we're both happy about that.
Yeah, I'm like on cloud 9 right now because the quiz went so well. I was really concerned that it was not going to go that well just because of the sheer amount of information that we had to learn in a short period of time in just 2 days. So it went really well for both of us, and we're really happy about that. So we're wearing scrubs right now, and that's because today is Wednesday and we have OPP labs on Wednesday afternoon, so we're kind of on our lunch break right now filming.
Ours is in a little over an hour.
Yeah, so ours is at 2:45. And so we thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about how our school is splitting up things for OPP labs to make sure that we still get all of the credits that we need for graduating as a doctor of osteopathic medicine. So our school has kind of divided us up into very small groups of people that they've called pods. So it's like pod A, B, C, D, and each pod will have lab at a different time of the day. So because we're second years, we have them in the afternoon already. First years have labs in the mornings, but
I miss morning labs.
I do miss morning labs too. They were really fun because you would go in and get everything done in the morning, and then for the most part you had the rest of the day to study whatever was going on in your major course. So that was pretty cool. But now we have it in the afternoon, and I think I like that a lot too though, because it kind of gives us a long lunch, especially where our lab is at 2:45 instead of right at 1:30 where the labs are starting today.
I'll have to see how it feels after the novelty wears off.
Yeah. And so lab is only an hour long now instead of 2 hours long, so we have videos to watch beforehand before the lab starts to go ahead and get our feet wet with the new material that we're going to start. So today we're learning lumbar muscle energy, and sometime if you guys would like, leave us a comment or a like and let us know if you would like us to make a video on OPP stuff. We were going to make a video on our practicing for the practical that we just had. Oh, we both passed that too, but we decided not to do that because we were just a little bit scared that that could kind of be seen as like showing what is on an exam to people, since we had like an exam rubric. So we decided not to do that, but sometime for fun we'll show you guys some techniques that we've learned in OPP, because Caden really likes OPP.
That's the one thing in medicine I'm good at.
Oh hush, you're great at a lot of stuff. You did really good. So later on this week tomorrow we have like 4 hours I think of, it's a hypertension, pathophysiology and pharmacology lecture. So
All about high blood pressure.
so it's going to be I think from like 8 to 12 in the morning. So that's kind of a long block of just one topic. And then on Monday, all osteopathic schools, and I'm not sure about MD schools, but all osteopathic schools have what's called a TBL, which stands for team-based learning. And so on Monday we have one of those, and we're doing it virtually because of current situations. But
I think there are some MD schools that are now starting to adopt it. Not exactly TBLs, but something similar.
Yeah, so what we do in those is we have, so we take a quiz twice. It's the same quiz, but we take it once individually and then once as a group, and then afterwards we have more questions that we all, like the entire class, just answers. And those questions at the end aren't for a grade, but the first 2 quizzes are.
And the 2 quiz grades themselves are combined into the final grade.
Right, so last year it was 50-50, 50 for group effort and 50 for individual effort, but this year it's going to be, is it 60-40?
60-40 in favor of
yeah, so 60% individual, 40% group grade, to put a little bit more stress on the individual. Not really stress, I guess, but like to stress the importance of, yeah, it makes us stress, but to stress the importance of learning everything individually too. So that'll be good. So on Monday, our TBL is on the 4-hour block that we have tomorrow. So it's good in that we have all weekend to study that instead of having to study. Well, it is still 2 days, but it's like 2 full days. So it's good that we'll have that amount of time to study just for the TBL instead of like trying to study while other lectures and stuff are coming at us too. So I also got my Pathoma book today, and for those of you that don't know, Pathoma is a boards review site and book that is just pathology of different systems. So for this past quiz, I watched some of the Pathoma videos. So I did the subscription to Pathoma to get the videos, and then they sent the book and that corresponds to the videos. And
definitely recommend it.
yeah, I really like Pathoma. Everybody had recommended it last year, but I didn't really know anything about it, and I had kind of gotten other subscription services too. So I had Sketchy and Osmosis that I was kind of relying on last year, but everybody was talking about how much they recommended Pathoma, so we went ahead and got subscriptions for that.
For those up-and-coming students, don't get all the board materials and start studying off the bat, because that's not going to do you any good, because you're going to forget things forget things by the time you get to second year, if not sooner. Stick to maybe 1 or 2 things that might help supplement the material that you're going on at the moment. Like for instance, Pathoma for pathology, Sketchy is good for microbiology,
and farm stuff.
And pharmacology, they're good for, Sketchy is good for that too. And Osmosis is good for a lot of physiology.
I love Osmosis so much. Osmosis is really great.
But you don't have to get all of them, especially since they're all kind of the pricier side. So just get 1 or 2 at the most, but only don't study them for boards yet. Just keep them on the back pocket, experience, just to experience the thing. Figure out what you like about them, which ones you like most, and then you can add those to whenever you start doing your dedicated board study, and then use the materials to supplement what your lectures and your readings for your classes.
But if you are a second year right now, like if you are going into your second year like we are, it honestly is a really good time to go ahead and buy these boards materials right now, because they're giving away, I know Pathoma for sure, and I think Osmosis and maybe even Sketchy, they're giving away extra subscription time due to the pandemic. So if you're a student and you feel like you're going to be affected by the pandemic, so a whole lot of people that were second years last year, their boards had to get changed from like 1 month to another month just because of everything that was going on. So they are giving, like, once you activate a subscription, and we're not sponsored by any of these people, by the way. I know it sounds like we are, but we just really
don't
love.
come after us.
Yeah, we just really love them. But yeah, they are giving away, once you activate a subscription, they are giving away free months on top of that subscription. So if you are a second year right now, it's honestly a really good time to just go ahead and get some of these subscription services. But I would like to make a video on what subscription services that we use and what we like. So leave us a like if you would like us to do that, or a comment about whatever you want us to talk about.
This would also be the point of the video, like someone like one of the bottom corners would be like a little asterisk, and it's like Pathoma, Sketchy, and Osmosis are not sponsored by this.
Or do not sponsor this video.
They're not sponsored. We're not sponsoring anybody. Don't come after us.
I don't think they would come after us. This is free advertisement. But so yeah, I would love to just make a video on the subscription services that we've used and our opinions on them, because there's a lot of people that one subscription service might work really well for them, and I know some people that don't like Osmosis at all, but I don't think I know anybody that doesn't like Sketchy, because Sketchy is so helpful, especially for microbiology. Sketchy's really what made me survive skin last year, because there's so many, like, we call it bugs and drugs, but there's so many
bugs and drugs that are in skin and
so many
GI.
Bacteria that are in skin and GI, and Sketchy is a lifesaver for those. But yeah, so
Find what works best for y'all and then try to stick with it as best you can. Experiment with some new things if you have the time or a little bit extra money, but don't worry about it too much, especially for first years and up and coming first years, because you have plenty of other things to worry about.
yeah.
Survive first year. That's your primary goal.
Yeah.
And then once you get into second year, or maybe the summer beforehand, just find some stuff you like and then keep it on the back burner for whenever you start studying more.
Yeah, and they're recommending, so the people at our school are recommending to us right now to go ahead and start figuring out a plan for boards, figuring out if we maybe want to take, so DO schools, you have to take the COMLEX, but it's your choice whether or not you want to take the USMLE, which is the MD school licensing boards. So they told us kind of figure out if you want to take the USMLE in addition to the COMLEX.
Just COMLEX for me.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now I'm probably just gonna take the COMLEX. I'm not completely sure about that yet. But yeah, so and they also want us to go ahead and come up with a plan of attack is what they called it for whenever we start studying. So that's something we're working on right now. But right now it's just really hard to juggle school, keeping our grades up, and board studying because there are some things that school might not cover that boards does, or there are some things that board studying doesn't cover but school does, and so
the world ending doesn't help that much either.
It can just kind of cause it to be a little bit difficult to study.
We'll manage it. I'll manage too. Those who are coming in or interested. It's manageable.
Yep, we're getting there. So that's kind of our update on our first week so far. If you guys have any questions or comments that you want to leave down below, please do that. Please give us a like and a subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!